So today was supposed to be day 43 of my SR streak. And let me just give some back story of my previous streak. So my previous long streak happened last year from November, no, from December going into this year 2026. It was only a 40-day streak. On the 41st day, I relapsed. And then I think I went a couple of weeks, like 2 3 week streaks, and then relapse again. And then I started to pick up the pace on this current previous streak, which was on the start of no, on the end of Feb. That's when I started to get serious again. And then I spent the whole month of March completely retaining. Started April completely retaining. And today, 14th of April, I was supposed to be on day 43. I relapsed and I binged watch porn multiple times. And I relapsed multiple times just today. And yes, I relapsed. 43 day streak gone just like that. So previous streak 40 days, uh, recent streak 43 days. In total, that's 83 days of potential just no longer there. But the goal is still intact to get to 100 days. So yeah, how I came about to relapsing, it's very clear. Um, I came back yesterday from my work shift having feeling a very, a minor symptom in my throat. My throat had an irritation. Felt like I had got a symptom for flu from the job. Like I work with patients, and I think there was a flu just, you know, going there around, just, I think I caught it there. I had to have caught it there because that's where I spent the whole day. So I came back feeling like I might get like a strong flu symptom during this week. I remember just, in my bed at night, full as fuck. Um, and I was just thinking, I was in that mind where I was like, I was just thinking about I didn't have Viber time Wi Fi, so I wasn't even connected, and I was craving the dopamine. I was craving to watch something because I was full and I had time before I could sleep, and I literally couldn't do any other thing, bro. I literally could not pick up a book and read. I could not listen to some music. My mind was literally craving dopamine, and I went out, got myself a voucher, and bought myself some biscuits, obviously. And then I came back. I had those biscuits. I ate, and then I watched some content. After I finished watching content and finishing eating those biscuits, I remember my mind. Right after that, bro, I was in such a frequency. I was in the frequency of like my old slash current self. I won't lie. Like I was just aware, bro. Like my mind was constantly thinking about porn, bro. It was constantly just thinking about porn, bro. And I was just aware because that was the tactic I used the last time I acted like I ignored it and just remained in like an aware presence, or at least I thought that's where I was, because I was just watching content, so I didn't pause the video, go to my head and try to understand why I'm thinking this, or try to get rid of those thoughts, or try to condemn myself for having those thoughts. I let them happen. It's like I could see them with my eyes, or slash attention, and then put my eyes back onto my phone content, slash bring my attention back into what I'm watching. That's how I could explain it practically. And then I eventually got to a point where I had to stop the video completely and just remain still. I remember I thought I was still, but inside my body, inside my head, I was distorted. I wonder how do I pause this thing because there's a commotion going outside. Yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me, but I remember just being in this state. I'm no longer looking at this content. I'm literally just sitting there in my bed, laying there, actually closed my eyes, trying to listen to my breath, but I could not. My attention was anchored on my mind frequency, my distorted state, because I just didn't feel like going to work today. And like I mentioned, I had this irritation in my throat at the same time. And I finally devised a plan that I won't go, and my excuse would be I have a flu, right? And mind you, the next 2 days are my off days, so I won't be going anywhere. So yeah, shout out to that. But I don't know when I ended up sleeping, bro. I think I probably slept shortly after that, or I think I just stayed calm, and then I think I watched some anime, and then that made me fall asleep actually faster. Yeah, I remember just trying to watch anime and falling asleep, and then I just slept. Because why? Because I didn't do my nightly routine. Mind you, before that, I was very consistent with my nightly routine, and it consists of me just when I'm getting ready to sleep. Obviously, like let's say it's not time for me to go to get ready for bed. I'm gonna be watching content, be on my phone, right? Once I'm ready to actually sleep, I'm going to put my phone down. I usually put it on the charger, set my alarm for tomorrow's morning, put my phone there, and then I get on my bed, I stretch, right? I can't stretch on the floor, it's dirty. I live in Mkuku. Those who know will know. But yeah, I stretch on my bed, right? For it takes me like I think 5 to 7 minutes to stretch, and then after stretching, I pick up my book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I read that book 2 pages. I only read 2 pages. I feel like that's enough. That's the capacity I have at that time every single day. So I read only 2 pages, not 2 chapters. After finishing those 2 chapters, I put the book down and I lie on my back. But then I focus on doing breath exercises because that's what makes me fall asleep faster. So I do breath exercises up until I'm so calm that I can just switch to my left side or my right side. Within the next hour, I will be asleep. That is the routine, and I cannot be sitting here and saying that I know exact how many days I did it, but I did it a lot, dog. I think I did like a full week of that type of routine. Not the whole 33, 43 day of the streak, but I definitely did a full week. And the thing about that night routine, that when you wake up the following day, you actually don't feel like well rested. Maybe that's because like I wake up early, but it feels like it literally feels like I will be dreaming, right? And then as soon as the alarm hits on this physical world, I get up automatically, bro. Like I get up and I turn it off. It doesn't ring for more than 3 seconds. That's the thing. It never rings for 3 seconds. As soon as it hits, I get up and I turn it off. And it doesn't feel like I come from a rest. It does. I do feel rested, or rather, my energy has increased. But there's a type of rest, man, where it's like, yeah, you just came from a sleep, man. But then this rest, it feels like I've just I've just been rested, not slept, but just rested. It doesn't feel like sleep, if you get what I mean. But yeah, so I guess I didn't like that quite very much. Yeah, I didn't like that at all because I was already sleeping like less than 6 hours sometimes. So yeah, I didn't like that. But when I woke up, like I said, I slept because of watching anime, and I didn't relapse last night. And I remember thinking I'm gonna wake up feeling supercharged because I resisted the temptation last night, right? But then waking up today, obviously not going to where I was supposed to go because I'm sick. But I didn't feel different. I actually did not feel different. I was just in this fuzzy state, bro. I will lie. I was in a very weird place. I was in a very fuzzy ass place, bro. Like, I woke up, stayed in bed, obviously. But then, somewhere, somehow, bro, the temptation hit me again, bro. It definitely hit me again, bro. And mind you, I thought, like, damn, bro, don't they come just once? Like, this was the first time, mind you, that they are coming back to back. I resisted it last night. Already this morning, it's coming after me again. Like, what the heck? Not in the literal sense, not in the literal sense, but I'm talking about temptation of literally watching porn and actually releasing. So, I don't know, bro. I think it caught me at my weakest. Mind you, I didn't do my workout, my routine last night. Didn't do my routine in the AMs, which it's usually just to wake up, do my plank for 5 minutes, and then wash. Yeah, bro. So that's usually the morning routine. So I didn't do that. I woke up and I slept having watched screens. I woke up, watched screens. So I guess I was resonant with the lowest frequency, which is lazy, which is lustful, gives into pleasure. Basically, the polarity of pain, which is pleasure, right? And discipline is pain. So I was literally in its polarity. I slept in that polarity, woke up in that polarity. So I guess it came natural, that pleasure as a temptation, because that's like the greatest pleasure, one of the greatest, if it's not the greatest pleasure, the sexual urge, the sexual release, right? And porn is like it on steroids. So I remember just feeling it, dog. Like, I literally felt my mind, bro. But nah, bro. I felt like I was gonna relapse. I was gonna relapse. Before I even relapse, it did not catch me off guard, bro. I saw, like, I can't explain to you, bro, but it felt like no motivation could have worked on me. No amount of motivational videos, no amount of semen retention benefit videos, no amount of get rich motivational videos. Basically, no amount of motivation, bro, could have done anything. No amount of affirmations, nothing could have worked. Even if I meditated at that point, I do not see it working. It's as if my will just evaporated. My entire will to remain strong was completely gone, absolutely gone. And I saw that I was gonna relapse before I did, and I didn't even have any opposition narration in my head for having such a thought. And yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I was conscious, bro, I didn't feel like I have the power to do anything to resist, because it just felt natural. It felt like it was something that I wanted deep down, bro. That's the crazy shit. Like, something I've been holding on to do, finally, to get this chance to just release. You get me? But yeah, I did, bro, release. I did. Right here on my bed. I relapsed, bro. And I relapsed many times after that. I think two more times. Yeah, I relapsed two more times after that. So in total, I have relapsed. I have released three times just this day, all through just porn. I'm not obviously proud of that. I don't know if I should be scared, but I honestly don't feel any shame in that. I know it's something that I don't want to be doing. That I know. But it's just that I feel like I just feel like I had to release the tension somewhere, somehow, that it just feels so natural for me to release it, which is why I feel like I'm still operating from the frequency I'm trying to escape. Now it just feels like, am I even doing the right things? Like, can I maneuver my own frequency just through my will, through the things that I do and keep in my mind. I don't know, bro. I absolutely don't know. But I also smoked some weed today. I kid you not. Right now, I just came from smoking a blunt. It was wonderful, amazing. You know that spiritual type of enlightenment high you get every once in a while you smoke ganja. Cause I hadn't smoked ganja in the past month, so it's been plus 30 days that I've been sober, and the first high right after that, bro, it just feels like a fucking spiritual orgasm. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, tomorrow I'm planning on waking up at 5 to go jog because I do see myself when I look internally, my head specifically. I am replaying the events that have happened today, which is me eating food, a lot of it, and releasing to porn. I guess it's natural because those are those are the single events that have happened today that have spiked a huge amount of dopamine in my brain and had a crazy reaction in terms of my emotional and chemical imbalance. So they are heavily recorded to my subconscious, and it's something that I didn't want, that I don't want, which is a relapse and an unhealthy eating habit. Just great, bro. Just when I thought I was making decent progress, I was on day 43. Should have been day 43. I had 42 days under my belt. I felt like I was going to at least 60 days. Funny thing, I say that because I felt like I didn't have the enough capacity to get to 100 days. And by capacity, I just mean my self concept. It didn't, when I looked at it, when I looked at my will, I saw that I could not push further to 100 days. I could see in my will that I wasn't strong enough to do that. I can't explain how I saw it, but it was just a knowing that I knew. And it felt like there was nothing I was gonna do about it, so I didn't do anything about it. I did not even try to do anything about it. So yeah. Tomorrow is gonna be day one, and I have a big ass fucking blunt over here that needs to get smoked. But yeah, man, that was basically it for today's video. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, those who are watching with me, whether this year or the years to come. I was weak. I saw myself that I was weak and I didn't see a way out. And I was like, alright, fade. But I know that I've reached day 43. I know I can reach 60 days. That will be the days that I reach. Starting from tomorrow going forward, I will get to 60 days and I will surpass 60 days. I don't know how I will feel when I'm on 60 days in terms of will I have a strong enough will to get me to 100 days. I guess I'll have to check in then. But from now on, I know I will get there. But of course, there are those thoughts that feel like, damn, bro, you relapsed. Yeah, man, I do feel it. But I'm trying my best to take my attention from it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna keep on doing. That's why that's what I'm trying to get rid of by doing some hard things tomorrow when I get up. So yeah, wish me luck. I wish you luck. and have a great rest of your day.